Hey kiddos, today it's all about octopus and squid. Well, I hope you had fun making our octopus project. It's time to get to work on our squid. Now, octopus and squid have many similarities, but they also have some differences. One of those is their head. An octopus's head is shaped more like a sphere, or it's round at the top, but a squid's head has more of a triangular or a cone look. So, for this activity, you will need a paper cup. If you have a styrofoam cup, that's fine. And you'll want to have a piece of paper. We're gonna fold that paper into a cone shape or a party hat. We did this when we made a giraffe, when we were learning about zoo animals. And then you'll wanna have mom or dad staple it or maybe tape it. I'm using a stapler here off to the side. I know you can't see it, but here is my cone. And we're gonna stick that on the top for our squid's head. Now, we will need to glue it down a little bit. So I've got a hot glue gun. I do not want you to use a hot glue gun. Mom or dad can do that, or you can just use some Elmer's glue. But I'm gonna put a little bit of glue on the bottom of my cup so that when I stick this cone on, it will stay. There we go. So for the beginning of my squid, I want to give him a triangular or a cone-shaped head, whereas the octopus is more rounded. Okay, now to make the arms and tentacles, do you remember that a squid actually has 10? They have 8 arms and then 2 that are a little bit longer, and they're called tentacles. So we're going to take a hole puncher and we want to put 10 holes all around the bottom of our cup. I've already gotten started on mine. Now this is another part where mom or dad might need to help you with it, but I want you to punch 10 holes in the bottom of your cup. Now I already had 5 in there, so if I already had 5, how many more do I need? I need 5 more. 5 plus 5 is 10. So now I've got 5 holes in the bottom of my cup going around the bottom. We're going to add our squid's arms or tentacles. Now, this is really neat because I think you can use anything that you can find at home. Once again, you can look in the recycle bin. I've got this bag from the dollar store that I'm going to just cut into some strips. So I'm just gonna cut this bag. You might have a Walmart bag. You might have I have some crepe paper here. This is left over from a birthday party that we had one time. You may have some of this around your house. I've also got some ribbon. You can use anything that you think would look like a tentacle. And what you'll wanna do is you'll wanna take, I'm gonna start out with my bag since I showed you that first. And when you have a strip, what you'll do is you'll put it through the hole and you'll tie a little knot so it's hanging from your cup. So I'm gonna tie this up a little bit. Put a little knot in there. I love using things from the recyclable bin because we're turning something old into something new, and Mrs. Lewis from the green team would be so proud of us. So there's one tentacle. I think now I'll take some of my crepe paper up through the next hole and I'll do the same thing. So remember, you're going to need to have how many? 10, yeah, 10 arms or tentacles. And once again, find things around your house. You don't need mom or dad to go out to the store and buy anything. You just need to find some materials around your house. Maybe you have some string or a paper bag. Here's another tentacle. How cool is that? I think now I might use some ribbon. I think you get the idea about using supplies around the house. Things that you have that would look maybe like a tentacle. You know what I'm thinking of? I'm thinking of that bubble wrap that moms and dads use sometimes to package things. That would be really cool because then it would look like it had suckers on it. Wouldn't that be neat? Now, something else that you could do is you could take the tentacles that you do have and you could add beads on there, or maybe string some Fruit Loops or Cheerios, and those could be your suckers. That would be really cool. Well, I want to work on my squid's head. I want to go back to his head. Did you know that a giant squid's head can be as big as a dinner plate? Isn't that crazy? Yeah, so we're going to work on our squid's head, and we need to give him some eyes. Squids have 2 big eyes. So once again, instead of going out to the store and buying something, I found these bottle caps that were in my recyclable bin. So I'm going to take these bottle caps, and then I've also got these little rocks, these little gems that I think I'm going to put on the inside. So I'm using my hot glue to glue those into the inside. Once again, if you're using a hot glue gun, moms and dads should be helping you. My little friend should never be using a hot glue gun on their own, because even grown-ups can get burnt with a hot glue gun if they're not careful. So I put those gems in the inside. Those are going to be my eyes. And now I want to glue them on to my squid's head. So once again, I'm going to use my hot glue gun here and glue my bottle caps on. How cool is that? These are going to be big eyes. And you know what? I think earlier I told you that their head is the shape of a dinner plate. That was my fault, kids, because guess what? It's not their head that's the size of the dinner plate. It's their eyeballs. My bad. So sorry. Their eyeballs are the size of a dinner plate. That is crazy. Or I also read that their eyeballs are about the same size as an adult's head. So I apologize. I gave you the wrong information on that. But check out my squid's eyes. He's looking pretty cute. Well, I'm going to keep working on adding some tentacles. I can't wait to see your squids that are made from recyclable materials. Have lots of fun, kiddos.